Now, as a busy mom, despite your best efforts to manage your health, and you may find yourself with this nagging discomfort of sciatica, especially when you are going to sleep or in the nighttime. And of course, this disturbs your sleep pattern, and especially if it goes on for days at an end, it can lead into a sleep pattern which is quite disturbed, and then you waking up very lethargic or tired the next day and affects your full day, the very next day as well. But we need to understand before we can tackle the sciatica at night, we need to understand why do you get these sciatica flare-ups at night. Of course, you can get sciatica in the daytime as well, but let's talk about nighttime sciatic pain or nighttime nerve pain today. So I am going to do this video where I give you an understanding of why do you get these nerve pains at night, these sciatica nerve pains, and then in my next or subsequent video, I'm going to talk about some solutions for this sciatic flare-up at nights. Okay, so before we get into the topic for today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high-stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back and neck, and nerve and joint pain. And I do all of this by giving you simple exercises, some easy lifestyle modifications, and I also talk about some tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain journey. And I do all of this without taking away a big chunk of your time because, hey, we're moms, so busy people, right? So let's get into understanding sciatica flare ups during sleep and a simple explanation about this. So, the very first thing is I know we're talking about nighttime flare-ups of sciatica. However, whatever activity you do in the daytime can also affect how your sciatica or your nerve pain behaves at night. So for example, if I sit in this slouched posture with my back rounded and that flares up my sciatica, of course when I go to bed, if I sit in that posture throughout the day and I go to bed with that inflammation, that tension around my sciatic nerve, I will not get a restful nighttime sleep. So it is very important to manage your daytime postures, and we're going to talk more about that in the next video. However, let's come to the nighttime causes. Now, I did a previous video about sciatica. Why is your sciatica pain more at nighttime? But that was more to do with inflammation and how you are less distracted at night. You tend to pay more attention to your nerve pain, etc. But today, let's get down to more specifics. Now, when I say nighttime, you're not really doing anything at night, you're just sleeping. However, the pattern of, sorry, not the pattern, the style in which you sleep, your sleeping posture will affect the way your sciatica behaves during the night. So basically, whether it gets flared up or not. So if you are one of those who sleeps on their stomach, please stop. If you've heard me talking about sleeping posture, this is one position that I always ask you to not sleep in, because when you're sleeping on your tummy, if you look at your lower back, the curve, the natural curve in your lower back, that is your lumbar curve, gets accentuated or exaggerated, and there's a lot of stress that builds up around your lumbar spine in this position. And of course, when there's tension around your lumbar spine, it can irritate or compress your sciatic nerve, leading to sciatica. Now, just a very brief introduction to sciatica if you're not aware what it is. There are, in our spine, there are vertebrae stacked on top of each other. There is disc in between every two vertebrae. There are nerves that exit your spine on either side, on left and right. And the nerves that exit the lumbar spine, that is the five vertebrae in the lumbar region or your lower back, where you have your lower back curve. These come together and form the thickest and biggest nerve, longest, sorry, not biggest, longest and thickest nerve in your body, which is known as a sciatic nerve. And when this nerve is getting irritated or compressed, this is known as a sciatica. So, sciatica is a symptom that comes from sciatic nerve irritation. So, going back. Now, if you're sleeping on your stomach, as I said, there's a lot of stresses, your sciatica can flare up. It is a good idea to transition into side sleeping or back sleeping. I know easier said than done. I have done it myself. It took me weeks and months, actually, not weeks. It took me months, nearly up to a year to change my sleeping posture, but I had to do it to save my back and my sciatic and save myself from sciatic pain. So I will leave a blog in the description of this video. If you're watching me on Instagram, it'll be the latest blog on my bio, or you can DM me for the link to the blog. In that blog, I will leave a little description or a video which will teach you how to transition from tummy sleeping to side sleeping or back sleeping. So that is a useful one. It's very simple. As I said, it's easier said than done, but it's not that difficult to implement. So try that out and that'll help you. Secondly, if you are one of those who's sleeping on your back, try and bend your knees, maybe put a couple of pillows or a bolster under your knees so that your lower back curve is flat on the bed, so it is fully supported. So if this is, suppose you're lying down on the bed, so if suppose, okay, this is your bed, this is your lumbar curve. Do you see how these two ends of the curve are supported, but this deeper part of the curve is not supported by your mattress? When you bend your knees, try this out yourself. When you bend your knees, your lower back is completely flat on the mattress. So this muscles that are sitting in and structures that are sitting in the deepest part of the curve gets flattened out on the bed, thereby supporting it. So there's less stresses around your sciatic nerve and your lower back, thus reducing the chances of getting sciatica. So that is one thing. And when you're sleeping on your back, if you are one of those who are sleeping on your side, make sure that either you sleep with your legs stacked on top of each other, or if you're one of those that extends, like if you are sleeping on your side and your top leg is actually on the bed, so you're crossing over and coming onto the bed, make sure that leg is in a neutral position. So put a couple of pillows so that your thighs are parallel to each other. And you do this because if not, then you're going to create a lot of stress around your lumbar spine and your SI joint and basically the lower back area, and that can aggravate your sciatica. So make sure that you're sleeping in a correct posture in order to avoid those nighttime sciatica flare ups. I'm not saying this is the only reason, but this is one of the main reasons. I mean, out of these are the main reasons why and how your sleeping posture will lead to sciatica. All right. So, as I said, I will leave a link to that blog that I was talking about that gives you more details about sciatica, nerve pain, and how to transition your sleeping posture. And I will leave a link to that blog in the description of this video. Go check it out. It'll be quite helpful if you suffer from sciatica. And if you have any questions, any comments from me, please drop them into the comments below and I will address them for you. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time where we will talk more about some more solutions for your sciatic nerve pain. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time.